Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Mop here on a Thursday morning. Yes, that's right. Already Thursday. 1 week from the start of bowling season. So, my question to you on the Mop today, are you doing enough? Yes, I got a haircut. Yes, they needed that. But are you doing enough? And I mean that for your health, for your mental being, for when you join certain organizations, are you doing enough? If you jump on a bandwagon and you start projecting your beliefs on people, are you doing your research? Are you doing enough to say, yep, I can stand with this and I will go down with the ship? When you join projects to do something, are you doing enough to where you can say, I did everything I could do and I'm walking away proud? Or are you following people? Are you just along for the ride? Are you just there to wave your flag, per se? Are you just there to yell, rant, and scream? At work, are you doing enough to where you are happy and you are moving forward, making the company better by what you're doing? Or are you just along for the ride collecting a check? In your relationship at home, are you trying the best you can? Or are you just there and you expect your partner to do more things? Or are you working together and have the same goal in mind? Does one of you want to move and the other doesn't? Do you want one that wants to sell the house and the other one doesn't? Are you content? And I'm not saying content, but are you content in being on this mission? Are you happy and can be knowing that where your religious beliefs are? For me, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not just saying, to get to heaven, I believe in God and it's all good. So do you have that spot in your heart that you go, God, am I really doing enough? And talking to him and asking him, what else do you have planned for me? Are you talking to people and getting yourself educated to make yourself better? Or do you just go along and be okay with it and not interject on anything you find? There's a few things going on around Richland County that need to be probably addressed in certain ways. I see a lot of hatred. I see a lot of upset people. And I understand some of it. The 765, that whole high transmission voltage stuff totally pisses me off because I don't think that they are going to care. The people in Richland County are going to care, and those all affected through Grant County, wherever the transmission lines are going to go. I heard yesterday that they're thinking that one of the pathways would be through Oakwood Fruit Farm. The Lewis family has been selling apples, raising apples. I remember touring the apple orchard in kindergarten. Yes, and watching them make cider way back then. And nobody knows. The people with the lines, of course, say, oh, we seem that it's going to be safe and everything, they'll be fine. Trust me, I haven't, and I would still say they're in-laws or relatives of my first marriage. Great people. I know what stray voltage does. I watched him experience it in his milking business. He was a dairy farmer in northern Minnesota, and stray voltage is a thing. I watched his cows become sick. I've seen him suffer things that I'm positive are part of stray voltage. Voltage would go through the milking lines and everything else. So the problem I have is we are starting to get things pushed on us by people that have big wallets. They have unlimited funds, the federal government, And as you can tell, our government is not helping in any ways. Look at the Venezuela meat situation. There's been recalls of all of that. And you can feel that your president or your guy that you're supporting right now is doing the best thing ever in this country. I personally think it's all a joke that we are getting rid of inspections. We're getting rid of this. We're getting rid of that. We're spending billions of dollars on multiple things and then recommending nobody gets vaccinated. Or we're going to do it in steps. And people are buying into it. COVID was one of those things that, due to the fact that my health, I'm vaccinated. Okay? I strongly believe in vaccinations. I'm watching and people are like, well, it's our choice. We should be able to. We should have you go get vaccinated if you want to get vaccinated, but it's my choice. I have a right and blah, 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 because I'm a citizen here. Yep, you sure do. But then don't come and ask for help when your family starts to go the other direction and you get measles or somebody dies. Don't come onto a platform and say, oh, shoot, our family is down and out and whatever. Don't do it. It's kind of like the standard we had yesterday that President Trump lowered the flags to half staff for Dolly Parton. As government cutted funding for her reading program, now all of a sudden the president's going to say, well, this is probably a good opportunity to maybe mend some things and just say, yeah, we should lower our flags to half staff. This isn't a right or left issue. This is you personally sitting down and trying to figure out if you are doing enough on your own. Not using things will never change. Things are not going to be different. The government's the government. No. Are you personally doing enough to make a difference in your life, other people around you, and beyond? Are you there for your family or are you the one that raised all the questions and you're raising all the ruckus? One of the interesting things I saw yesterday was a gentleman that said the most liars he had to deal with, the biggest liars and the cheats that he dealt with, brought up Christianity and God all the time. That God is with them and God is about, and they are Christians. I would have to agree with him a lot of times that those that are banging the drum the loudest are not actually carrying the cross. They are not looking into their own personal, are they doing enough? The one person that I feel was one of the biggest, and I've seen so many posts about Dolly Parton, and I've realized how much hatred there is in this country. There are literally people that are saying that she did not go to heaven. She went to, because she was just all about whatever. That is I'm not here to judge or be the juror, but at some point you will have to face the music, as my mom used to say. Chris, you're going to have to face the music one day. Yeah, I know. And there's going to be a lot of stuff that I probably, in my past, even probably future, that are not right and didn't go right. I'm not saying that I'm perfect and everybody should follow along with me. But you need to definitely take a look inside here to see where it is. If you are truly doing enough. It amazes me on how much money Dolly Parton gave away. Call it a donation, call what you want, but gave it away. I know a lot of people that are very well off that's one thing they don't do, nor will they. Because they need that financial portion of it to settle that, we are well above and beyond. She could have been a billionaire, but she was content being 500, and she gave millions and millions and millions to people. And where did she grow up? With 12 other siblings in a single room, 2-room house in the near... I just can't imagine. And yet we have all these rich folk that can't do one thing without, well, we'll do it as long as you give us the recognition. Oh, sure. Love to help. But I need recognition for that. I want my name on something. I need help with that. Are you going to put me in the book? Are you going to put me on the sponsorship? Are you going to do all that? Crazy. I've got friends that are donating money. They're doing all these things. And they are not on the wealth side of things. A lot of us have grown up having to use food stamps at one point. Had to move, I was paying for bills and stuff at 15 years old to make sure our family, which was my mom and I, were putting food on the table. But I had good friends that said, hey, Chris, you want a part-time job? Especially when I lost my job and I had new family and kids. Gary Erickson, one of the greatest men I've ever met and mentor, and one of the most godly men I've ever met. Said, Chris, I've got a part-time job. It's going to suck. It's laying sod. It's doing this. But you do what you got to do. And I thanked him for that. Bill Chafee, if you've heard many times I've mentioned Bill. Bill took care of my kids one Christmas because I couldn't. Yeah, those kind of things as a parent is the worst feeling in the world. But it is what it is. And you have to do what you have to do. But the one thing you don't have to do is jump on a bandwagon, wave your big flag, and say how great somebody is when you personally sit down and you look at it and you know they are not. At least admit their wrongs. At least admit their mistakes and what you see. Don't sit and bash somebody else. My mom always said, if you have to bash somebody else's product, your product is shit too. So if you're bashing things to make yourself or something that you have look better, your internal and the stuff you are trying to do sucks as well. So time to readjust. Look inside. See really what color your heart is. And then go from there. Don't follow. Remember the adage, well, if he jumped off a bridge, would you jump off the bridge? Find a different avenue. Find a different way to make your mark. It's one thing that I've always... like Dolly now passing is what people are saying about her after she's gone. It's the one thing I've always wondered. What will people say when I'm gone? And when you turn 50, it comes closer than you think. It starts to become more reality. Am I scared of dying? Nope, not scared, because when my time is time. What I am scared of is, did I do enough for people without asking for any kind of reward or anything else like that? I'm not doing my mom's stuff to hopefully get everybody to say, wow, how great. You see those awards all the time. You see the awards of, civil personal award for the year, or greatest company for the year, or whatever. Sometimes you look at those and go, well, that's because they donated a shitload of money to somebody. It's kind of why we'll never see drug prices and things come back. And once you see things go up, it doesn't come down very fast. Have you noticed? grocery prices, everything else, gas prices are still where they were. Broken promises and everything else. But there's always a rebuttal, if you haven't noticed. There's a rebuttal to blame somebody else. Nobody is saying, well, our party did this. Our party did that. Our party was in charge, but it's the other guy's fault. What are you doing to make your life better? And are you doing it today to make somebody else's life better without asking for that big pat on the back? I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I thanked for the personal messages yesterday about the 9 to 5. I really do. These are things that I've grown up with, and I miss my mom every day. I wish I had her to kick me in the butt a few more times and just get me motivated to do something and get me going forward. Right now I feel stuck in the mud, and I'm not doing the best I can for myself. But I'm also pissed off at a lot of things in the world that I have to clear. So I have to get through that myself. So have a great day. Take some time to educate yourself on becoming better and not just settle. So enjoy the sunshine. It's going to be another beautiful day in Southwest Wisconsin. I, again, appreciate anybody and everybody that tunes in. I have a Facebook or a YouTube page as well that's got now, I think, 330 videos, I think, total. Or 430, I don't know. 430 maybe. 430, yeah. Been almost doing this 2 years. So enjoy your day. Spread some good positivity. Check on a friend you haven't checked on in a while, and see what you can do to make life better for somebody else. Take time to bless somebody today. Have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the Friday edition of the Mop.